Hello, hello. And we are live. My name is Jack Daniels. I am with and the host of the Boxing Trainers Channel. Look, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to a lot of good brothers who are pushing me to continue to do this show. You know what I mean? So I want to give them this shout out to let them know that I'm not going to be giving this up no time soon. And I'm going to push this until the lights go out. You feel me? I want to give a shout out to Reggie, good brother. BH, good brother. Elmo, good brother. Fatiyero, good brother. Did I miss anybody? Victor, good brother. B. Wallace, damn good brother. Mutawali, good brother. Let's see. Doug McCoy, good brother. Like, these are people that I've known from day one. I'm talking about when I was a toddler. You know what I mean? So they have either been with me through my pursuits or they've been around me in one way or the other. But the thing that is important about these brothers that we like unify our efforts and our thoughts and whatever we do to be the best that we can be. So let's give a shout out to them and let's give a shout out to being the best we can be. Now, moving forward, there is a fight that is being discussed on the internet, right? That literally is taking all the air out the room because it is taking up that much energy. You feel me? And that fight would be between Terence Bud Crawford and Devin the Dream Haney. Terence Bud Crawford is 36 years of age. He's 5'8". He has a 74-inch arm reach. He's a southpaw, a lefter, right? Which would make it a little, well, I'm not going to say a little, which is going to make it difficult, to say the least, for Devin the Dream Haney, because the perpetual, ongoing thought process when it comes to a left-hander and Devin Haney is that the left-hander gives Devin Haney problems. But at some point, we got to put that to bed because the last, three fights? The last three fights. Let's go back. Prograde. No, I took that back. The last two fights. Prograde and Vasily Lomachenko were left-handed. But prior to that, Jojo Diaz was a left-hander. This doesn't make a long story short in that regard. He's been before a lot of left-handers, and some of them gave him problems, but that's to be expected as a boxer elevates his game in boxing, right? He's got to go through a transitional phase in his game to get to the point where he can be like the untouchables when it comes to the left-hander and the problems that the left-hander once gave that particular boxer, which would be Devin Haney in this case. Devin the Dream Haney is a good boxer, but he has had problems with lefties. But back to Terence Bud Crawford. Terence Bud Crawford is a 2 times undefeated lightweight / welterweight champion of the world. He is one of a few individuals who has met that mark in being undisputed in 2 weight classes. Undisputed. He's 40. He has 40 wins and no losses. He's a bad motor scooter. Let's be realistic about it, right? Most boxers would have problems with Bud Crawford, as was the case with his last opponent. Not to say that was the only boxer that gave him problem, because his last opponent, Spence, didn't really give him any problem. In fact, he knocked Spence out in his 7th round, dropped him in the 5th or the 6th, knocked him out in the 7th. So let's give Bud Crawford his proper respect when it comes to being a hell of a boxer. That's the only way you can put it. He's a hell of a boxer. But Devin the Dream Haney is 25 years of age. He's 5'9". He has a 71-inch arm reach. Now, here's the issue when it comes to Bud Crawford and I was looking for Errol the True Spence, excuse me, for moving on without saying that I was speaking of Errol the True Spence fought Bud Crawford, and Bud Crawford literally cleans the clock. Back to Devin, the Dream Haney. 3 inches. Bud Crawford has 3-inch arm reach on Devin the Dream Haney. Wow, that's a little bit. And only Devin has an inch on him in height. Devin is 5'9". Bud Crawford is 5'8". Bud Crawford has a 71-inch arm reach. Devin the Dream Haney has a 70-inch arm reach. And he's a right-hander. Now, like I said, it has been noted that Devin had in the past problems with lefties, right? And I'm not going to get into the strategy of his ordeal with Vasily Lomachenko and how literally I really don't get to this day how people can sit back and be comfortable with saying that Vasily Lomachenko won that fight. I just find it hard to believe. I literally, as a comment of boxing, right? I literally went back and watched that fight 6 times because I just couldn't believe what people were saying, and I was looking for an intellectual opportunity to do the tape and potentially change my. See, I couldn't do it. From round 1 to round 12, Haney marched on Vasily Lomachenko like a soldier. I mean, he marched on Vasily Lomachenko like a soldier. The body shots was devastating, right? From round 1 to round 12. Now, there was a little room, I think, in 10 to suggest or imply that Vasily Lomachenko closed the gap. I just don't see that, though. Yes, sir. Be mad if you want to. I just don't see that. So all this garbage that is being spewed about Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko, I just don't believe that the people that are saying that are doing that, are saying that in good faith. They're mad or they dislike Devin Haney, in my highly educated opinion. I have the credentials to say that and feel comfortable with saying it. Back to Devin Haney. Devin Haney is a right-hander, right? Devin Haney is 30, has 31 wins, 15 by KO, no losses, no draws, and he's never been stopped. Devin Haney is also undefeated lightweight champion of the world prior. He also holds the belt by the WBC at the 145 division as a light welterweight champion of the world. Devin Haney is again 25 years old, and through his transition through the sport, right, coming from a like 17-year-old to a 25-year-old, you can see the exponential growth in his game, right? I went all the way back when he was in Mexico, and I scrutinized him from his first day as a professional in Mexico to his winning the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. I followed him and still follow him. But and my point in saying this is that all the accolades that Devin Haney has gotten, he deserves them. He's one hell of a boxer. And in my opinion, if this fight ever comes to fruition, you already know what I said. I've already said this before. I believe that Devin Haney is the next world's greatest boxer to go down in history. He's undefeated now, and he'll be undefeated when he goes out. Why? Because he has what is required of a boxer that has the ability in his quest for greatness to be great. Terence Crawford has that ability too. But the only difference is I think that Devin Haney is a tad more hungrier than Terence the Bud Crawford. Terence the Bud Crawford doesn't have anything to. If you ask him today, he'll tell you he's great, and that's it. Okay, nobody will him. And that's probably the case until you get in the ring. Until you get in the ring with Devin the Dream Haney. Devin the Dream Haney has the ability to adapt to whatever his opponent puts before him. Whatever his opponent put before him, Devin Haney has the ability to use a wrecking ball mentality and tear it down. You listening? You don't think I know what I'm talking about? What did I say about Regis, the Rougarou program? The pundits said that Regis Rougarou program was going to wipe Devin Haney's clock clean. That's what they said. They had all kind of scenarios. Oh, he's going to tear his head off. He's going to beat the snot out of him. All these different varieties of this analytical positions that the pundits who are getting paid tens of thousands of dollars to make these statements. But at the end of the day, I came on and said, one for certain was Timothy Bratton. I gave him a fork and a knife and told him to eat crow because he was one of the ones that said Devin Haney was going to get whooped. Hello. Who's the best? Who knows who they're talking about and who don't? Jack Daniels, that's the boxing trainer job, because I am one hell of a trainer. I know what I'm talking about. Who's to say that I'm not? Put somebody of worth before me and give him to me for a year and watch his growth. This will come to pass. That's all I got for y'all right now. You know what? I already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscription button. I need some subscriptions to get my growth and development. Come on, y'all. Stop tripping. You know, you got to like what I'm saying because I'm telling you the truth. One thing about this pundit, look the word. I'm not going to say it. Look it up in the dictionary. One thing about this pundit, Don't believe in lying. Don't believe in perpetrating fraud in order to make things seem good. When I was a child, I did childish things. But as a man, I've overgrown all those childish behaviors. And lying is one of the behaviors that I had to go through as a man. Don't like lying, don't like to be around liars. Right? So let's make it perfectly clear. Whatever comes out of my mouth, you can believe it was logically created or it was already done, and history is repeating itself by me putting it before you. Again, that's all I got for y'all. Hit that subscription button, like and share. Give me some comments, y'all. Tell me what you like and what you don't like. And I guarantee you I'll respond. I'm out. I'm shit. Man.
Let's name him Castor Vinci. You know, I once knew a plant named Castor Vinci, and he did very well, as I recall.
A plant named Castor Vinci. This is good. Devin, my wildest dreams.
Iris, would you like some coffee?
Coffee is not what she needs.
Here you go. Oh, Iris doesn't drink coffee, only raspberry leaf tea. I see. Oh, splendid.